You're watching AJ's Diecast News and Reviews, and today we are going to look at a no-nonsense kind of car, straight out of Sweden. The Volvo 200 series sedan, specifically a 1986 240 sedan diecast molded by Matchbox. This boxy box of transportation was Sweden's pride and joy, as it was produced for many years. During its run from 1974 to 1993, the car evolved over time and sold roughly 2.8 million examples in various body shapes, from sedans to wagons, and even two-door coupes. Matchbox first introduced this Swedish box in 2023 in a light blue color. The one we are looking at today is the 2024 release, which is a more common color of the real car, a burgundy red. The prime color for Swedish grandparents to pick their grandkids up for a weekend holiday. So let's examine this prime example of a no-nonsense, strict, no-thrills piece of Swedish engineering. Here is the box. Maybe it's a me problem, but I never really liked this packaging style by Matchbox. Just show the car and get rid of that silly futuristic city background with the floating road. I do like the car picture on the box itself though. The lower right tells us this is car 88 of 100 produced in 2024, as well as the car's name itself. Here is the back of the box and all its cardboard goodness. It would seem it is time to get this car out of the box. Let's do it. But before we do, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you want notifications of our new videos. Subscribing helps us grow, and I would love to see us hit 500 subscribers someday. I would also love it if you commented below. Alright, let's get back to opening this box. Up front here, we have a very detailed set of headlights and grille. I appreciate the multiple colors on the grille with the chrome outline and black inserts. Also these big beautiful front light clusters and the wonderful headlight wipers common on Volvos of the past. This paint isn't my favorite from the box, but up close it has a nice speckled metallic shine. Some nicely slotted vents in the windshield and some wipers. And inside we can see a no-thrills dashboard, long and boxy like the car itself. We also have a closed sunroof outline up here as well. Let's go to the side now. First thing I noticed are these big chunky wheels. Too chunky in my opinion, but overall they fit the car, if just being a bit too big. The wheels are a pretty typical Matchbox design with 6 spokes. The tires have some real chunk to them, featuring a very gripping tread design. The rest of the side is a no-thrills 4-door sedan. Looks like there's a scratch on the window here. Not sure how that happens on a brand new car. The side skirts are plastic, which also make up the same piece as the front and rear bumper. But we also have a Volvo staple this time, splash guards, aka mud flaps. They are here on the rear as well as on the front. This would have been a very common thing to see back in the day with these cars. Good attention to detail by Matchbox. Moving to the rear, we got a snazzy square rear end. Absolutely love the details back here, from the text script to the trunk keyhole in the center. The taillights look terrific in that multi-cluster of colors, and the chrome piece that splits the upper portion and lower portion looks good too. Volvos of this time featured so many different lights on their headlight and taillight clusters. You had running lights, brake lights, blinker indicators, and reverse lights, all as full separate light pieces. The license plate is a nice touch, though I wish they would have used a real license plate or maybe a European plate. It says Ruby based on the color of the car and 240, which is the car's series name. Nothing fancy, just a singular muffler on the left-hand side beneath the straight edge bumpers that stick out from the body about 1/4 of a mile. The box-looking thing on the inside there is actually a brake light that Volvo used to have on the rear of their cars as a complement to the brake lights. This is actually a common feature in cars today, but more sleekly implemented than whatever this is. So here's the top. Shiny paint. Maybe too shiny for your average Swede. Other side. That line running from the front to the back really holds this design together and is really the only design feature on this 3-box saloon. The gas tank is also on this side. Now the underside, which is black plastic. 1986 on top with the car's name, made in Thailand, and with a cheeky little elephant at the bottom, the elephant representing Thailand. Also some undercarriage details on this car. There are those splash guards again. Inside we have an interior that is, well, there. Nothing overly detailed, but you can see compartments, the shifter, steering wheel. The center portion oddly looks like it's floating above the floor, and there's a number or something there for some reason. It's definitely floating. Here is the rear where the kids would sit. The front dash again, but from the other side, yeah, it's fine. So really, it's a good-looking car. A lot of fine details that are pretty big and obvious, but all those details mainly come from just the front and the rear. My favorite parts are the very detailed front-end headlights and grille. My number one favorite part is actually the rear of the car. It's so colorful and pulls way harder than it should. It looks really good. The side is pretty basic, dare I say bland. The splash guards from the side are a nice detail and the wheels fit the car. It's a really nice casting, and I hope one day it gets the premium treatment. The only real flaw this car had was that scratch on the left rear side window. I guess people could say this car was boring and no thrills, but honestly, I love that, and you probably already know that watching this channel. If every car made is something flashy and shiny, then nothing stands out. Place this car in a lineup of crazy Hot Wheels or something, and this car will be the most noticeable. I appreciate Matchbox for their everyday cars they produce so well. They did a nice job on an average, no-nonsense, no-thrills people mover from the old country. A car that would fit right in at your grandma's house, complete with doilies and floral print sofas. A car that would fit right in at a Swedish lakefront summer home or traversing a snow-covered road in Karlstad with a cup of warm tea in the cup holder. Wait, actually these cars didn't have cup holders. Well, enough of that. I'm rating this car 5 Swedish fish out of 5. What did you guys think of the 1986 Volvo 240 sedan by Matchbox? Maybe some of you have experienced a 240 in real life. Share some of that perspective below. Anyways, I'm AJ, and that was another Matchbox review here on AJ's Diecast News and Reviews. And while this car drives away, that means another is around the bend. See you soon.